Welcome back to the channel, guys, and I'm back for part 4 of the Micklehurst Loop. So I'll be starting the last part of the series between Staley and Millbrook Station, which is just behind me, and concluding the video at the Stalybridge railway station. So focus will be looking at the location of where the Staley and Millbrook Station was and having a little look through the Stalybridge new tunnel.
In today's video, we're going to be exploring the Micklehurst Loop Part 4, the section between the Staley and Millbrook Station and the Stalybridge Station. We're also going to be looking at exploring the 315-yard Stalybridge new tunnel.
So where I left off in part 3, I'm on Grove Road, where the old Grove Street viaduct would have crossed over. So the arch would have crossed over here, and directly after would have been the Staley and Millbrook Station. So just on the left here, you would have had the old station building and a viaduct that would have crossed over here, making its way over to where the station was. So we stood underneath where I think the final arch that you saw in the picture would have like spanned over here, and then we're looking at trap bed level here. So we're going to continue our venture, and this would have been the Staley and Millbrook Station. So this is where, well, this is where I'm assuming that the remains of the viaduct would have been. So this is the embankment, and you can clearly see it slopes up. And then that was where the final arch was, I believe. And then you're looking at the station house being down there, and then an entry into the station somewhere just up there. So we're on the site of the old Staley and Millbrook Station. Now, unlike the other 3 stations that are on the line, there's literally no trace or anything left of the station. The station house was demolished a while ago, and just having a look around the site, there's literally nothing left, just clear, just vegetation. I think this was the up platform here, and then you would have like a downside platform just somewhere down there, but as you can see, there's literally nothing to show, nothing left of this station. So anyway, we're going to head down the track bed and we're going to head towards where there was another viaduct known as Knoll Street Viaduct. So just having a look around for some more railway relics. Can't really see much, but you'd think that that was the railway line. You can see some fence posts down there actually. Let's just have a little zoom in on those. You can see, you can tell that's railway related. I think that's a fence post. And hello. We found a little mate that's joined us today. Oh, bless. We found probably our first bit of railway history. There's a railway sleeper, it looks like, still there. You can see the holes in the wood there. So yeah, we found a little railway sleeper still left. Said the line closed in, well, this section of the line closed in 72. It's been left here a long time. More sleepers here. It's been made into like a little fence. You can see another one just down there, buried behind that vegetation, and another one hiding just behind. So it looks like we're heading towards the end of the embankment now. You can see a dip. Now this is where I believe the Knoll Street Viaduct, which was demolished in 1991, started. So this then would have made its curve from the embankment that we're on now and curved its way into the hillside into the Stalybridge new tunnel, which I think was called Cocker Hill. They look to be like railway sleepers. There's 3 of them. Forms like a little pathway across into the field in there. So we've just come to the end of the embankment. So looking around here is where we're looking at where potentially the arch of the viaduct started from, just up there. Now our theory is that it came down here somewhere, because we're looking at what we think are abutments, and we're thinking that the viaduct curved around these houses that are just in front of me and then curved around into the hillside, which are just over that way. So we're thinking that this is the abutment to the old Knoll Street viaduct. So we're thinking that just there is where the first arch of the viaduct was. It just spanned again just around the houses and then curved round into the hillside over at Cocker Hill. So this is the River Tame. On a photograph that I'm about to show you, you'll see the viaduct, the last arch would have, well, the larger arch would have crossed over here and made its way to the hillside. Nice little culvert down there, just as we head towards the tunnel portal. Just thought I'd show you that. So this is Cocker Hill. Now, we had to make our way around onto the main road, and we're just walking down now this, well, down the side of Cocker Hill. So just somewhere behind these trees, we're going to find the Stalybridge new tunnel. So we've just walked down here, and this is Cocker Hill, and look what we found. So this is the eastern end of the Stalybridge new tunnel, just up there. So now I'm just going to have a little look at the portal. But it's going to take quite a while to get up there. So let's see. So I've just come across the other side of the footbridge, what's replaced the viaduct, and you can just see the abutments that are still left. There's one on that side there, and then you can just see the rest of it down here. So you've got the abutments just there left of the viaduct. So here we are, this is the Stalybridge, or Stalybridge new tunnel, western portal. Look at that. So there's a nice lovely looking wall here. Graffiti. Look at that portal. It's about 6 bricks thick on the outside, made of blue engineering brick. So it's 315 yards in length. And then at the western end is almost where the line would have made its terminus at Stalybridge Station. So we're just having a look here, and we think we can see the remains of the viaduct, the part of the Knoll Street viaduct. Now I know some of it, I think it was built in red brick. I think part of it was anyway, but you can just see some remains of the viaduct still in the hillside here as it comes into the tunnel. So just a little look at the top of the portal, just up there, and the viaduct would have curved round back towards where we came, so just across Knoll Street in towards Cocker Hill. So we're at the western end of the Stalybridge new tunnel. So this is 315 yards tunnel. You can see it goes straight. So I think I mentioned that the other portal was the western portal. That was actually the eastern portal. This is the western portal. So you can see the blue brick engineering. And then just behind us, we're actually walking on infill. So we're at the eastern end of the Stalybridge new tunnel, so just going to have a look at the condition and see what's left in the tunnel. So you can see the nice blue engineering brick. Now there seems to be a bit of movement and a bit of looseness in the masonry. Nothing too sinister. So we've got a refuge. I'm just having a look at what's in the refuge so you can just see this. It's like something to do with cabling. Potentially this could have been a handrail. No, I would never seen one of these before in a refuge. If you know, just leave a comment in the box. You can just see a little bit of loose brick here. So just here we've got another refuge. Now you can see that the refuge was a lot higher, so the trap level would have been a lot lower. So you can see this earth that's been filled in. You can just see the other portal there and how the earth lifts. So you can see the incline. So there's looking back at the eastern end. You can just see a little bit of loose brick here. Now sections of the tunnel, you can see like another refuge here. See how that refuge has been filled in. It's at slightly higher ground. Now there's something here, but I can't really see what it says. No. We've got another refuge just here that's also been buried, or half buried anyway. Just see that little change of brick there. It's not a massive change of brick, but you can see where the refuge was. And another one. So it looks like they've literally filled majority of the tunnel in, well, half the floor. And the earth's lifted. You can see again the little decline there towards the eastern portal. Oh. You can just see up here all the calcite deposits. And yeah, just look up there. Starting to build up further on into the tunnel. Look at that. Kind of looks like Butterhouse Tunnel, which was at the other end of the line. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. Again, another refuge just there. You can see how all this has just been coated over. I wonder what that is, how it's... Look at that. So we're about halfway into the tunnel. Now there seems to be no signs of any major structural collapses or anything. Looks like there's been patchwork in sections of the sidewalls in certain areas of the tunnel, but nothing really. It seems to be in quite decent condition, this one, in certain areas. Look at that, another refuge just there. Now coming to a point where there was an intended tunnel shaft that was built when the tunnel first opened, but now the story is, I think it caused some damage to the land above, and I think there's a church just above the land, above the hill, which caused it to close. So I think they then decided not to have a shaft, and then they sealed it up. Now you can't really see where the shaft was, but I think there's a plaque in here somewhere showing where the approximate location of the shaft is. And if you just have a look here, you can see a bit of change in the structure. So it kind of caves in on two occasions, just at the top there. So again, a little bit damp at this side of the tunnel, as you can just see on the walls there. Got some little cable anchors. I think it's cable anchor. Are they cable anchors? Handrails.
Cable hanger.
Oh, cable hangers, sorry, yeah. Sorry guys, yeah. Cable hangers, these, Wet Dogs just said. There's quite a few of them actually. There's about 15, 20 going down the side of the tunnel, especially on this side anyway. Chain markers here, just got dripped on. So number 9. So again, we've got another refuge down there. You can just see how high the ground's lifted. And here we've got another change in the brick, so you can see how it bulges out. So I wonder if this is something to do with it being built in sections. I'm not too sure, but it looks like there is a change here. Look at that. So massive build up here. You can just see how the water is like draining the brick. All these deposits have been built. Look at that. Another anchor there. So we've got a little plaque here that says this is the approximate location of the filled-in shaft that I was talking about earlier. So let's see if we can find anything. Now, if they have filled the shaft in, they've done a very good job, because I cannot see anything. Unless somewhere there. No, can't see anything. Anyway, let's head on. So we've got another refuge here. And this is the western portal. Now you can see that the land has been filled in. Now just behind the land there is a bridge that would have taken you underneath towards the Stalybridge railway station. So I'm going to show you a picture actually of what this used to look like before it was filled in. There's another refuge there. You can clearly see how tall this one is compared to the other refuges down the tunnel, because the dip actually gets lower as you come further down. And then as we're at the western end, you can just see another refuge just there. And you've got the portal here. And then you've got the infilled bridge, which is just behind all this earth here. And that would have headed towards the Stalybridge station. So we've just walked around near towards Stalybridge station. Now we've just found where the Micklehurst Loop would have made its ending. So if you just have a look to the left there, you can see the current tunnel that runs towards the Stalybridge station, which is just behind these trees here. But just to the right, where all the vegetation is, would have been the tunnel terminal. So it'd be like the western, so going eastbound would have gone that way. You can just see on the right, just behind all those trees, and I can just see a bricked up archway. Now that would have been just immediately after the tunnel portal, which has been filled in. So the line then would have concluded its end here and made its way into Stalybridge station. That will conclude my Micklehurst Loop line series. So part 1, part 2, part 3, and this was part 4. So I really hope you all enjoy this series. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and if you've got any suggestions of lines or anything that you want me to explore, please leave a comment at the bottom. Take care and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.